We're here today with Fujifilm's new camera, the X-T30! Fujifilm's mirrorless cameras are not the most popular, but there is a group of really die-hard, hardcore fans that swear by this thing. So why? I also want to know. So I went to find out. In terms of looks, the X-T30 looks very similar to its predecessor, the X-T20. So you can see that the dials on the top pretty much all the same. On the back, very similar too. But this new guy is a little bit lighter. And there is this! A joystick. You can use this little buddy here to help you navigate the menus. Up, 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 up. Down, 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 down. Side, side. Press, 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 press. So this joystick is all well and good, right? But for some reason, although this is touchscreen, you can't actually navigate the menu using touchscreen. Why Fujifilm? Why? So much easier if you can just, scroll. Get with the times. Come on guys. Hey, this is a lot of camera manufacturers, it's not just Fujifilm. The way that the screen flips on this guy is very similar to that of the X-T20. So it can go 90 degrees like this, or 45 degrees down. What it can't do is flip all the way over to become a selfie camera thing. So for those of you who want to take selfies, not for you. If you buy this, you're going to take pictures of architecture and leaves and plants and your cats. You know who I'm talking about? Yes, you! The grip on the X-T30 is also very similar to the X-T20. In other words, quite small. So my hands are not exactly like giant pancake hands, right? But already when I hold it, it feels a bit like not super comfortable. And over a long period of time, I do find myself having to quite hard because this grip is meant for people with tiny hands. Again, you! Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about this time. Let's address the elephant in the room. How easy to use is this thing? So Fujifilm cameras have a reputation for being very dially, knobby, buttony, very confusing and very not noob-friendly. And I'm a noob lah, so the first thing I did is turn it to auto mode. On the right side, turning it to auto mode is very easy. Look, there's a word here that says auto, you just pat and it becomes auto. Like the X-T20, the X-T30 has AI scene recognition, so when you point it at something, portrait, scenery, moving objects, it does recognize what it sees and then it automatically changes the settings to be the best for that. Where the X-T30 does have a leg up over the X-T20 is in face and eye tracking. Fujifilm claims that it is now twice as good as its previous models, and it also tracks if there's a little thing in front of the face. Like this. For short periods of time, obviously if you do this all the time, it's not going to see you, right? But yeah, for short periods of time, it will still track. Cut away here to prove that. After I got comfortable shooting on auto, I went to try manual mode. Because that is the bread and butter of the Fujifilm experience, right? All these dials not for nothing, right? Custom one, right? So yeah lah, go and try manual lah. Let me tell you, if you've never really fiddled with the camera before, this is like jumping into a pool. A pool full of sharks that will eat you. What makes this Fujifilm camera so confusing? It's because there are many ways to do the same thing. So for example, you want to change your shutter speed. You can change it via this dial here. Or you can push this dial to change it. You can change it via the menu. You can change it by pressing this Q button and navigating to there. Why can't there just be one way to do one thing? If you're a Fujifilm addict, you'll be like, "Ooh, so much choice! Such variety!" I'm just like, why? He's confused. I mean, definitely this is my fault for not reading the instruction booklet earlier. I don't know how many of you that actually read your instruction booklets. That being said, if you do take the time and the effort to explore this thing, it is actually really fun, and I'm sure that sooner or later it will become second nature. But the learning curve for it is quite steep lah. So if you are going to take it out and shoot, it will take some time to get used to. Now let's talk about the specs of the camera. It has a, and let me get this right, 26.1 megapixel micro four thirds X-Trans CMOS 4 sensor with a back illuminated structure. Let me put this here. It can go up to 512,000 ISO, but that does get a bit noisy. And this camera can also shoot in 4K at 30 frames a second. It actually shoots at 6K, but then compresses it down to 4K, so like, whoa! It also shoots in DCI, which means 17:9 and cinematic. So let's talk about what's good and what's bad. The good is that it's quite small and light. It's basically the X-T3, this boy here, chunky boy here, compressed into a smaller body, like a baby. What else is good is that once you do familiarize yourself with the camera and you go into manual mode, these wheels make it a lot easier to change everything on the fly than going into a press menu. And this, I guess, is why you Fujifilm addicts love it. And now let's move on to the bad. If you're not going to dedicate yourself been learning about this camera and finding out everything about it and spending time with it, then all these buttons are just going to be very confusing for you. If you're just the sort of person who wants to shoot in auto mode and go, you're really not maximizing the potential that this has, and I feel like that's a little bit sad. Let's move on to the buy or not. This camera is available in 3 colours, silver, black and charcoal silver. It just sounds like a mix of the two, right? In Singapore, for this you're going to be paying $1399 for the body alone, $1599 for the X-T30 to 45mm kit, which is this thing here, and $1999 for the kit with the XF 18 to 55mm lens. If you really want to squeeze the most out of this boy, you need to spend some time getting to know him, learning what everything does, learning how to use it before he can listen to you. If I were going to buy a mid-range camera, I would probably not have the time or the patience to really get to know this boy, so I will buy something that's a bit more idiot-proof because idiot. Liz, out!